back and getting ready to go here for round two. We'll be bringing you Leland Bliss and his Naya deck versus Stephen Hartlib and his Jun deck. So thank you guys for sticking with us through the replay. As I understand from chat, you guys were not able to hear the sound on the replay. That is brand new technology here on the Game Core stream, so please do bear with us while we get that figured out. For those of you just joining us since the last round, thank you very much for being here. My name is James Reed. I am the sole commentator today, so we're trying that new as well. Please let us know if you prefer me to be alone, or if you do prefer me to have a different voice here on as well with you guys. Hello there to Kev. Not sure exactly who all you guys are as we see them get started here. And I've got to get my life totals back up and running. Yeah, we were really happy with the playmats. Wait till you guys see the ones going out to the top 16 here today. Also just a beautiful playmat, but we were very excited to get this nice new one for the live stream event. And yeah, I guessed a little bit with you there, AJ. You made it a little easy with your last name in the username for you. As we see a Celestia Charm become a Vigilance Knight here for Leland as he attacks Steven for 2, dropping him to 18. Jund not likely to be doing anything at instant speed anytime soon, but don't let that fool you. It's still among the better decks in the format, last I checked. But a Boros Reckoner adds to Leland's side of the board, and Reckoner's one of those cards that doesn't shine too well in this matchup, I don't think. As we see one of these spot removal spells. Doesn't quite have to be murder for the deck anymore. It gets to play Putrefy now, but makes quick use of the Reckoner. And yeah, Leland's deck definitely more of a mid-range. Thundermaw Hellkites as per the usual. As we see Steven drop to 16 after another attack from the Knight. And a Huntmaster for Leland takes him up above the starting 20 and commits 2 creatures to the board. Steven has yet to miracle a Bonfire of the Damned, and I don't have deck lists for this round yet either. I do apologize. Hopefully we'll be able to get them for you soon. But Steven will no longer be defenseless as a Thragtusk brings him back up to 21. Gives him some blockers. Really almost effectively shutting down attackers here for Leland for the turn, except for this Thundermaw. Life totals are definitely changing pretty quickly. Rumor has it Leland's a little twitchy sometimes. As we look and see, 22 to 16 are the life totals. And an attack back here by the Thragtusk. Makes it 17 to 16. And Olivia Voldaren is certainly a potent threat here. Something that is an answer to the Thundermaw Hellkite that is going to be a quick problem, but Aurelia the War Leader for Leland will make combat very difficult. As we see, nothing is not turning sideways here. Very curious to see how Steven decides to block. There is no good block, says. That kind of was my suspicion. And that'll make for a very quick game 1. And Leland gets the early advantage. If only Olivia had time to do work. Yeah, very nice curve there, as AJ just said in chat. just almost the most potent threat in the color combination, starting from turn 2 straight through to turn 6. Haste is among the most powerful words that can appear on a Magic card, and that is certainly one of the reasons why. Trying to catch and see some of these sideboard decisions here. Leland is definitely hiding things, but it looks like we're going to see some Vampire Nighthawks enter into Steven's 60 here. We have not undergone the M14 rules changes quite yet, so these players do need to keep sideboards at 15 cards, even after Game 1. Steven has no problem showing Leland that the main board anti-reanimator ground seal's on the way out. All the Jund decks are forced to play them, and it's really kind of a no-brainer. I actually like that about the Jund deck right now, that it just plays such a main board hate answer for the Reanimator deck. Not because I think the Reanimator deck needs the attention in the matchup. I think that deck's really been kind of brought back down to earth recently. But just I love having cards that I know I want to take out for certain matchups. So if I know for a fact I want to remove a card from my deck when I play against Reanimator, I feel like it makes it just a little easier for me to make my sideboarding decisions, and definitely makes it easier to build my sideboard. Bear with me as I look into fixing the technical difficulty issues with the sound. That is during the see, Kev in chat here is just saying that that's why he mainboards Acidic Slime in his Reanimator to fight the ground seals. And it's really, they kind of had to, but I love the Acidic Slime in that deck just for the LD plan. Land Destruction has a special place in my heart. I don't know. I love playing a deck that makes my opponent mad because it puts them on tilt. And when I can take an LD approach to a game and just take my opponent's lands out and make him just a complete non-factor, even as you move into the next game, there's an impact on him, and he's just going to be a little more off his game, I feel like, and that's definitely the deck I like to play. The frustrating control deck. I used to play Eminent Domain back in Time Spiral Kamigawa, Ravnica Kamigawa Black Standard. So much fun. Wildfire is very good when 3 of the lands you sacrifice used to be your opponent's. But we saw a video that was actually very popular of ours from one of our old streams on YouTube. It was a matchup where it was Timko playing Turbo Fog versus Cruz playing Reanimator. And I actually thought Turbo Frog was going to win that matchup, and it wasn't really going to be close. But the LD plan, the Acidic Slimes into Restoration Angels, just really took Timko out of that game, and he was not able to recover. So we see these players take a look at their starting hands for the beginning of Game 2 here. We see, obviously, Steven's going to be going first, and he leads things off with a stomping ground. Again, the Jund deck is almost entirely sorcery speed, so makes good use of the shock lands and just doesn't really ever pay 2 life for him, at least in the early game. No Farseek here for Steven, so that would be a start that he would love to see after Leland is unable to lead off of the Avacyn's Pilgrim or Mana Dork of some kind to accelerate himself. But Leland's got the Farseek, so it's roughly the best turn 2 play in Magic right now. And we saw what Leland can do and how fast he can kill off his opponent when he's able to get to 5 and 6 mana as soon as possible. So even though Leland went second, it looks like he made up that advantage, and they're kind of on the same clock, and it's almost back to Leland holding serve now. It did cost him a card, though. Certainly, he's going to have to fight through. We saw Thragtusk, Dreadbore in Steven's hand. I think he just drew a Rakdos' return as well. I do see we have a judge call. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what gets cleared up there. Really curious what Leland brings in for this matchup. Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. I wasn't sure if he picked it up or not. I can't imagine. Yeah, there's nothing going to come of this if all he did was see the second card. And very, respectable of Steven to just say, "Hey, I saw that. We've got something to do." So I expect it to be a shuffle, and just definitely the right thing to do. And when in doubt, always just call the judge over. These guys, they don't get paid great money, but they get paid more money than anybody else to go to Magic tournaments that I know. So make them earn it. Give them a call, ask them some questions. They're actually happy to do it, I assure you. So while we wait for that to get cleared up and everything to get finished up here, I want to thank you guys, let you know exactly what's going on here today. You're watching round 2 of the Standard Game Core Championship Series Season 3. This is the championship event that leads to, it doesn't lead to anything, I should say. The winner here will feed into the 8-man Wintergrand Cube Draft. So the last spot for that gets filled up by the winner here today, and also the person that wins the voting here on the Twitch live stream. So if you're in chat with us today, you'll be able to vote for who you want to enter into that 8-man Wintergrand Cube Draft. Whether it be your buddy that's down here, if you're one of these Buffalo guys, feel free to come and check us out on the live stream later on, and you'll be able to vote in one of your friends that made the drive out. As we see the Mizium Mortars take out the Voice of Resurgence, leaving Leland with a lowly 1-1. Huntmaster makes it a 3-3, and there we go. As Leland will go up to 22, and Steven's going to have to drop down to 17 after that attack right there. Steven says, "I like the cut of your jib. I'm playing a Huntmaster myself." Well, I'm not sure. You want to vote for yourself, AJ? Is that what we're getting at? I'm not sure when exactly we're starting the voting. I'm just kind of at John's discretion there. Looks like we are going to see a block as Leland turns him sideways. He's going to Wolf Run the blocked creature, get in for 5 here. Drops Steven down to 12. Looks like 13 actually. 11. My apologies. Well, you let me know when you're getting ready to leave for that, and I will do my best to get that, get your vote to count for you. Definitely want anybody who's tuning in to watch the stream to make sure they get their voice heard, obviously. You guys are what keep me around. You know, if you guys aren't having a good time and having fun and feeling like you're a part of things that are going on even when you can't make it, then I don't feel like I'm doing my job. So I will definitely do everything I can for you as far as that's concerned. We see a Dreadbore take out the Huntmaster of the Fells, and we've got some more damage happening. Leland might be out of creatures here, though, if he attacked with a 1/1 elemental token. But 22 to 10 is life totals now. And we know Steven has some Thragtusk going on, so it'll be very curious to see how those fall from here. There's one to take us up to 15. And Advent of the Worm at the end of turn for Leland. So we finally found a legitimate elemental creature. Mizium Mortars takes out anything that might be able to kill a 5/5 wolf in combat. And that means that the elemental creature is likely to stay back. Yeah, he'll save him for a turn when he's casting Aurelia. Still thinking. Leland will let us know when these attackers are final. He is going to bring the elemental in. Probably what I would have done. You could just wolf run it, get the blocker out of the way. You know, he can make a trade if he wants at this point. You have to think that the wolf run's likely to do enough damage here. Should have been 7 damage on the turn, dropping Steven down to 8. We'll see what he's got to follow up here. Another Thragtusk, exactly what it had to be. So we've got 22 to 13 for life totals. Steven sends it back over, and Leland is just chock full of Mizium Mortars. Steven has to block anyways, though. I tend to agree with him as much as you don't like it. He only takes 2, though. Leland's not going to be pumping this time because he's got a Garruk Primal Hunter to play. And just going to draw 5 cards straight away. Not really something you want to mess with. A deck that has burn in it, like Steven's. And we do know that he's even holding Rakdos Return, and I think a 3rd Thragtusk. Yep, another Thragtusk here for Steven. Fell a little behind on life totals there. Steven was at 11, and as many Mizium Mortars as Thragtusk. Getting a little comical out there, really. But we'll see some more swings. And I gotta get... Leland is too twitchy, making things very difficult for me. All right, 6 damage taken there by Steven. 22 to 10 our life totals. Leland has to be hoping that the life gain shenanigans are over. Olivia Voldaren. Might be a turn too late here for Steven. Not that he really could have afforded to stop, just pumping as much as humanly possible, but sends the turn back. Likely a mistake. I think I would have just shot it right away. And that'll do it. Steven's going to pack it in, and Leland's going to take a 2-0 victory and move to 2-0 in the